welcome to What Are You Like, the TV personality test that lets you know how your attitudes measure up to today's stars. Over the course of the show, I'll be asking 10 questions, each one illustrated by a TV gem. Each show is themed entirely around one specific human trait. Today we'll be finding out how cultured you are. And remember, you can play along at home by just keeping track of your answers to today's questions. On the show today, please welcome regular team captain Simon O'Brien, and he's joined by Olympic gold medalist Denise Lewis. And on Alec Jones's team today, EastEnders' loss is our gain. It's Wendy Richard. Round one now, and our teams have to try to guess how cultured some of Britain's best-loved personalities are. So let's meet them, our stars on screen. Dame Kelly Holmes, Brian Blessed, actor Andrew Sachs, Linda Lusardi, journalist Carol Malone, presenter Matt Baker, Jenny Bond, broadcaster Henry Kelly, Roland Rivron, and Vanessa Feltz. Cultured collection of stars they are too. So, Simon's team, you're up first. And to illustrate your question, let's have a look at the supremely cultured Les Dawson, showing us why he never played with the London Philharmonic.
This evening I have chosen to execute my arrangement of Scott Joplin's The Entertainer. I thank you for your service.
There is dalliance in my doublet and codpiece.
Well, you've had more luck than I've had.
Okay, so what do you make of that, then?
You're fantastic. You can accompany your singing, Alan.
Thank you very much, Simon.
Oh, yeah. Just as tuneful. Now, what do you think, then, when you hear a piece of classical music? A, usually the name of the composer and the movement comes to mind. B, you marvel at how complex it sounds and technically impressive the playing is. Or C, try to remember the car advert I saw it on. Which I've got to admit, it's probably C for me quite a lot of the time. What about you, Doc?
Well, you know, obviously, from the capital of culture.
Oh, Liverpool, yeah.
Yes, you see, so obviously I would go C. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Afraid so.
But to earn your point, you have to tell me what our stars on screen think. You'll see three famous faces, give an answer, and you must predict what the fourth will say. So what do our stars on screen think when they hear a piece of classical music?
I just love classical music all the time. I just adore it, and so therefore I always think of the composer, etc. It appeals to me straight away, so I unhesitatingly choose A.
I enjoy classical music a lot, and I did play the piano right up to grade 8, so I should know what I'm talking about, but generally don't. So I think the answer is just marvel at it. B.
I'm always surprised when I hear classical music how much I enjoy listening to it, although I never know who the composers are. So I think the nearest answer would be B.
Oh, Simon, Denise, so what did Vanessa Feltz say?
What do we think? Very cultured.
I think she's very cultured, I think so. She may not...
Fun?
Nothing. Didn't say a word. It'll be.
That's where we're stuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say...
Can't imagine her knowing the composers.
Can you say B?
Yes.
Yes.
B.
In accordance, B.
B, marvel at how complex it sounds. Let's have a look.
I can't stand classical music. I never could. I can't bear it. I find it boring beyond belief. I never know what you're meant to think about. So my answer is C, try and remember the car advert and then put some earmuffs on and just try not to listen to it.
Should we go? Should we leave?
OK, so crashing 0. Dear me. All right, Alan and Wendy, your first question is coming up. And just to tee it up, enjoy this taste of Oz and James's big wine adventure with a real cultural odd couple.
Luscious, creamy textures, mouth-watering flavours, intoxicating...
Oh, for God's sake, man, shut up. Now, I enjoy a glass of wine, but like most of us, I know next to nothing about it. So, it's time to learn. And that's why I've been invited on a wine tour of France by this bloke.
Left here, right, sorry, right.
Why? He's a wine expert.
What's the first thing that comes into your mind about that wine? Fruit. My mission is to open James's eyes to the magical world of French wine.
My mission is to have a drink.
Yes, a bit of vino collapso. So what do you look for in a glass of wine, then?
Refill.
Do you look for a refill? A, vintage, bouquet and flavour. B, colour, sweet or dry, not too pricey. C, as long as it doesn't taste like vinegar, you're happy. Let's take a look at what today's stars on screen said.
I'm partial to a bit of wine. That's common knowledge. I'm partial to a lot of wine. So the only answer I can go for here, to be honest, is C.
Well, hopefully I wouldn't be considered by any of my friends as a wine bore, but I would be going for option A there.
If it's got a nice label, I go for it. I think C.
Oh, well, what about our soap star, Linda Lusardi?
I think, or Linda would go, or young Linda, I should say, would go for probably option B, I think.
Option B?
Yeah, she knows what she likes, but she doesn't want to pay too much for it, maybe.
B, OK. Let's have a look.
I am a wine lover and I do know quite a lot about wine, so my answer would have to be A.
Oh dear, not doing so well so far on either team. OK.
Really are a very cultured bunch, aren't they?
Yeah, obviously.
Right, come on then, Denise, your question next time to get in the game. Take a look at this news clip of lotto lout Michael Carroll from 2003. Apparently, the money didn't change him at all. Shame.
Lottery millionaire and serial offender Michael Carroll wore a £6,000 necklace and an air of contrition as he arrived at court in Norwich to be sentenced after admitting a fray. In fact, money hasn't changed Michael Carroll. When he was presented with his winnings 4 years ago, he was wearing an electronic tag. He was 19. Carroll's law-breaking was matched by his spending. He blew more than £1 million on drugs and bought houses and cars. Less than £2 million of his fortune is left. And today, the self-proclaimed King of Chads left court in a very different vehicle.